Hey guys, it's Laura from the Swickley Valley YMCA. I am one of the Group X instructors there, and today I am going to do a boot camp workout with you. It's called 30, 45, and 60-second boot camp. So we will get into what that means and the rest of the format, but first I just want to say how much I miss each and every one of you and how fortunate I feel to be able to work out with you in your home. It's not my ideal and it's not your ideal, but it's what we got. So I'm looking forward to getting back in the gym face to face with you and kicking your butt in person. But until then, we're going to roll with what we got. So speaking of what we got today, that 30, 45, 60 second, the first round is going to be all 30-second moves. We have 3 different blocks with breaks in between each block. All the blocks will contain a lower body move, upper body move, core move, and then to get that heart rate up, some cardio. That break, I will introduce the next moves, so on and so forth. We'll repeat that till we finish all 3 blocks. If you're going to continue on with the workout, you will want to do 45 seconds and then a minute. You can reduce the breaks in between if you want, or you can keep them the same as 1 minute in between. What you will need for this workout, other than enthusiasm and energy, is water, a mat, and some music. Choose some music that gets you super pumped up and makes you want to work really hard and just makes you, bring it. Other than that, you might need a chair. We are going to do tricep dips. I will give modifications for dips on the floor, and also for myself and for anyone else that might have some wrist issues, I'm going to use weight and do an overhead tricep press, which I'll demo that when we get to it. Other than the chair, you might need, that's it, water, music mat, chair, weights, and energy. We are going to start with a warm-up, so I want you to give me some squats. Weights in the heels, chest is up, eyes are forward. Watch those knees from going over the toes. We're going to do 15 reps. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Next up we have lunges, alternating. I want 90 degrees in both legs when we come out into that lunge. We are going to do 16 reps to keep it even. We'll get started on the right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, no knees over toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, last one is 16. Our next move is a plank walkout and then back in. If you cannot take it all the way out, just go down and walk your hands out as far as you can and then bring it back in. We're going to jump right into it. I want a straight line, head to toes when you're in that full plank position, no sagging in the hips, and no glutes in the air. Let's do this. Ready? Walk it out. And then walk it back in. That's 1. 2. 3. 4, 4, 5. Now we're going to do a little bit of cardio to finish our warm-up. We're going to start with jumping jacks. Connect those hands at the top. Bring it back down as you jack those legs out. If you need a modification, you're in a low step right and left with those arms overhead. Remember the modification. You can still get down low. You can still reach those hands up high. Next up, we're going to go straight in a jump rope in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So jump it out. Modification, just tap, heel tap, heel tap. Our last part of the warm-up, we are going to do some high knees. So you're going to bring those knees up to your belly button and pump your arms, whether it be to your sides or overhead. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, it's a warm-up, so you don't have to go fast. If you are modifying, you just want to do it slower. Bring the hands up overhead. There you go. And if you prefer those arms up overhead here, you can do it. I find it more comfortable here. All right, bring that down, march it out. Now when we are on our breaks and we just finished that cardio, I want you to keep your feet tapping. Keep moving, just don't stand there. All right, let's get into our first round. Like I said, 30 seconds all moves, back to back until we hit that minute. Our first move, our lunges. So we did that in the warm-up. So we will just jump right into that when the time comes. Push-up I will demo for you. So you're going to come down to the floor. You're going to take those hands. You want those arms shoulder width or slightly wider. Fingers are spread. You want the wrist to be right underneath that shoulder. You want to keep your core tight. No glutes up in the air or sagging. Your body moves as one whole unit, leading with the chest. It goes like this. Take it down, bring it back up. Remember, squeeze that body. All right. Then if you're on your knees, you will be shifting that weight forward. That's important because if you're just here, you're not really getting too much of the chest work that we want. So shift that weight forward. Alignment of everything else is the same. You come down and push up. If you get a better range of motion here than you do on a full push-up, I would suggest starting here. Work your way up to it. Remember, no crossing at the ankles. Next move, crunchy frog. My favorite. So you're on your glutes in a C-sit position, so that means that you kind of shift back a little bit. I'll show you from the side as well. You open the arms and the legs at the same time, like so. All right, from the side, looks like this. Gotta make room for my long legs. There you go. Modification. You can have your hands on the floor and taking those legs either in the V or just straight out, like so. Last regression, lay down. Make sure that spine is connected into the ground. Make sure there is a groove, little space between your chin and your neck. You don't want to collapse that. You want to make sure you have enough room to shoot those legs out. So you bring those legs in and just press them straight up. If you can't go down low with them, you can come up high. It's whatever you need to complete the exercise. After that, we have our leg driver. This is the last exercise. In the block, we will do 15 seconds on one leg, 15 seconds on the other. You step that leg back and you drive it up. So this would be the regression of the move because there's no plyo. If you want the plyo, you add the hop. You take it high and low, high and low. Then you switch it to the other side. Grab a quick drink of water before we get started. All right, starting with those lunges. Let's go. Timer's running. After this move, we're dropping to the floor for those push-ups. We got 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it to the floor. Give me those push-ups. Straight line head to toe. Take the chest down and push it back up. Chest down, push it back up. Remember, you can go at your own pace here. You don't have to go fast. You can be on the knees again. We got 8 seconds. Shift that weight forward. We're going to turn around on our glutes in 3, 2, 1 for that crunchy frog. Let's get right into it. So you're here. Shoot those legs out. Remember, if you repeat this workout, you can fast forward through the first introduction of exercises. I do recommend taking the breaks in between the blocks, but if you know it right after the warm-up, just jump right into it. After this, we're getting up in 3, 2, 1. Leg driver starting on the right. Remember, it's only 15 seconds and then we're switching. There you are on the regression. Switch. Gotta make those switches fast for these. This is the only block that the cardio is split in half. All right, rest it out. First move in the second block of exercises, squats. We did that in the warm-up. Chest up, eyes forward, weight in the heels, no knees over toes. Second one is a Superman. So you come down, you extend those legs and arms, and you squeeze up, and you squeeze at the top, and you relax it down. Squeeze up, relax it down. If you want to do an opposite leg, opposite arm, that works too. Or just the front, just the upper body, or just the legs. Whatever works for you. Next up, plank hold. So it's pretty much starting position of a push-up, straight line head to toe. You want to look out a little bit in front of your hands. You don't want to look down at those toes. If you're on your elbows, you're here. And this can be something done on your knees or otherwise. You can also be on the knees if you are like arms straight. Don't lock the elbows. After that, we have jump squats. So you come down and jump up. Same thing, starting as you go down in a squat, normal squat, then you jump up. Power from the legs. If you're not going to do that, you can come down and add a heel raise. If you like somewhere in between, just don't jump as high, don't go down as low. All right, second round, starting with the squats, and go. You got guys are doing great. I do want to mention on those lunge drivers, second round, just split it into 22 seconds. You're not going to miss that 1 second too much. And then obviously last round, 30 and 30. All right, down for Superman. Pick whichever you like to do. Pause at the top. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Relax. Lower slowly. Bring it up slowly. Modification. Remember, after this, we got the plank hold. Think about which one you want to do. I'm going to do all the way up. So, shoulders right above those wrists, fingers are spread, straight line, head to toe. Keep that whole body tight, don't sag in the hips, don't lift up the glutes. If you're down on the elbows, you can be here. Same thing though, straight line, head to toes, or you can be on the knees in either position. All right, let's come up. Jump squats. If you don't want to go as high, you just, if you don't want to go jump at all, squat it down, bring it up. But if you're in, get in there. Even if you're doing that last move, make it a little bit faster. We want to get that cardio up. All right, last round, we are going to start with the glute bridge. This is the round that you'll need the chair for, so have it close. Here is the dumbbell. Get that spine into the ground. Concentrate on keeping everything tight. Your hands are going to be right, your legs are going to be close enough and far away enough that you can graze the back of your heel slightly with your hands. You want a groove between your chin and your neck, and you are going to lift up, squeeze at the top of that movement, and then bring it down just enough to tap the floor, and then bring it back up. Take it down, bring it back up. All right, next move after that is going to be those tricep dips or an overhead press. So the tricep press, if you're using the chair, you're close to it. You're going to keep those glutes nice and close to that chair. You want to drive the elbows back and then up, back, and then up. So the movement comes from the arms, not the legs, so I don't want to see this. Okay? If you're doing it on the floor, same idea. You're here, pressing those legs, those elbows straight back. If you want a challenge, have the legs straight. If you want even more of a challenge, take one leg up and then switch. After the tricep dip, we are going to do a Russian twist. You can do this with the weight if you want, or not, whichever you prefer. And then you're going to shift the weight back, kind of in that C-set position again. You can have your feet lifted or on the ground. You want to take your body, your upper body, and move right to left. So you're here. You can touch the floor. Go for it. If not, that's okay. I find it easier with the weight to get to the floor. Remember, you can lift the heels or not. Last one is going to be a burpee, and we'll show you that before we get to it. We're going to start with that glute bridge. So lay on the floor and go for it. Lift up, pause, take it down, just tap the floor. Sit up, pause, take it down, tap the floor. Just graze it. We're not hanging out down there. After this, we're going to go to the tricep dip, so you can stay on the floor or you can come up. The overhead press that I'm going to do, you're going to keep the arms close to the head, a little bit closer to the ears than the front of your head, You're going to take it down the occipital bone and back. You can use 2 or 1 for that. The dip's over here. We got 10 seconds left. Remember, keep it close. Drive those elbows back. All right, Russian twist. Sit down. Heels lifted or not. You're going to twist. Burpee, I'm going to preview it for you. You got 15 seconds, so stay on that Russian twist. But if you're burping, we are going to come down. You're going to add the push-up, come up, and jump. Modification. You can step back, and raise. Or you can do a step in when you're in the plank. Let's get right into it. Those burpees come fast. And guess what? This is our last move before the cool down and the stretch. Come on, you can jump higher. I know you can. You can do that push up. I know you can. Or you can step it in. Give me one last burpee. All right. Now we're going to move on to our cool down. If you're going to continue on, just press pause and then unpause it when you want to do the cool down with me. Everybody else, we're going to move it to the floor. Remember, if you are moving on, finishing the second and third round, you want to do 45 seconds the second round and 1 minute the last. So let's move on. Come down to the floor for the cool down. If you want to go ahead and get into child's position, go ahead. If you don't know what that is, I am going to get my timer right. Yep, here we go. Child's position. Child's posing. You want to shift those hips back as the arms come out. Arms are nice and long. Take that right hand over the left, interlace the fingers, give it a nice squeeze. You should feel that down by the back of the arm and the tricep. Then you're going to take the left on the other side. Beautiful. Hold it there. Alright. Then from there we're going to come into a cat-cow position. So you're going to have the hands right underneath your shoulders or slightly wider. You're going to pull that belly button in the spine, hold it there, and then release it. Hold it there, pause, and release. Last one, hold it in, pause, and release. We're going to do a butterfly stretch for our groin and under thigh. So you want to take those legs, put those heels, soles of your feet together, press them down into the floor if you can. Remember, your range of motion or your flexibility might leave you out here, but if you can bring it in tight and press down, that's awesome. We're going to move on to a seated right outer thigh stretch. You're going to come down, have a 45-degree angle in that right leg as you shift your body down into the ground. You might have to move that leg that's folded a little bit so you can get that nice stretch on that outer thigh. And if you are in the stretch and you feel like you want to go a little deeper, you can come up, readjust your body, and then stretch it back out. Then you're going to switch it over to the other leg, do a 45-degree angle in that leg. Let me switch back so you can see me. And then you're going to slide those arms out. Oh, that feels great. Hope it feels good to you too. Alright. Remember, you can hold all these stretches longer than I am. It's ideal, about 20 seconds for each position. Go ahead and bring that up. Now we're going to do a seated torso twist. So you want to take that right leg over the left leg. And you want to wrap your arm, give that knee a nice hug, and take that arm back behind you and look over that shoulder. hold it there. Some people like to do it with your arm on the inside of your leg, and that's okay. I just prefer this, and I like the added stretch that it gives me in that glute. You should feel that here and that lower back, lower spine. Switch it over to the other side. Left leg comes over the right leg, and then wrap that arm around the right. Look over that shoulder. Alright. And then bring that back in the front. We are going to come up to a standing position. And then safely rise. Those legs are going to spread wider than shoulder width. You're going to take those hands to the floor. Try to press them into the ground. And then we are going to just hang out there. You should feel it in the hamstrings. So just hold it. Again, this is one of those stretches you can come up and then go back down and see if you can get your hands closer to the ground or on the ground. If you're not there, that's fine. Just continue to do these stretches so you can improve your range of motion with them and how deep you can get there. All right, and walk it over to the right leg. Now you should feel that stretch mainly in just that right hamstring in the back of the leg. I love this stretch mainly because I feel like my hamstrings are always tight. Might be because of all those squats and lunges that I make everyone do. All right, we're gonna rise up slowly. We are going to start to do our arm cool down. So I just want you to take your arms and swing them back and forth about chest level. Give me 2 more times. 1 and 2. Take those arms back behind you. You can lift those arms up if you can. If that does not feel good to you, don't do it. All right, bring that down. Then we're going to take them to the front, clasp the hands, press them out. Bring that down. Roll those shoulders back. And one more time. And then bring them forward. All right, we're going to take tricep stretch. So we're going to take that arm up and over the head. You're going to take that, just wrap it around your head, feeling that in the tricep. And you're going to switch it to the other side. About there. Then you're going to take that down. And that will do it for us for today, for our boot camp. Oh, no, one last thing. Give yourself a hug. Just hug it out. Have a twist back and forth. Because it just feels good. And we don't get that much hugs these days, do we? Drop it down. And lastly, I just want to say thank you for joining me for the workout. I hope that you all at least finish the first round and many of you move on to the 45-second and 60-second round. And I hope that it has energized you for the rest of your day, whatever that entails. Until next time, see you later.